Boom.
Boom.
We are live.
We are live.
Once again, bang on 7 p.m. Geez,
We're
we
consistent.
have, we're consistent. We have great attention to detail here.
We do.
7 p.m.
Every
sharp
every 2 weeks, be here.
every se-
That's where we
every
are.
second Wednesday. And I think this is our last show for the year, I'd say, Anthony.
Yeah, because what would the
Well,
next one be? It'll be 24th,
7th, 17th of
31st, or
December.
is it it's New Year's Day. Is that the day? Is that when it would be? In 2 weeks' time?
Let me tell you.
14 days? I think it is.
Let
Yeah,
me check. So, boom.
it's New Year's
Well,
Day.
yep.
We
No,
should
New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. It'll be New Year's Eve.
we should do
30,
a we should
30,
do a
31st.
yeah, we should do one. We should do one for
31st.
New Year's Eve, Dave.
Well,
And
you'll be preparing for the New Year's Day WOD.
I will be.
You'll be shivering in your boots, wondering what I've programmed for the New Year's Day WOD.
So are we going to get any? Are we going to get any forewarning about what's happening? What did you see?
Um,
What did you see that you said I've got an idea? It was some ridiculous carry? That's right. It was the carry from Oceania. You that gave you an idea of what you wanted to do. The 65 kilogram 1 mile run.
I think we were talking about that when we then started talking about the New Year's Day WOD.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and
So
it gave you an idea of something.
that may be part of the New Year's Day. What you never know. You'll have to come.
Oh, I'll be
It's
there. I won't
America.
be. How many have
It's
I think I've done 5 in a row now.
Well,
Um,
remember, this is 10
so
years. This is 10 years of CrossFit for me. 10 years. Um, Almost continuous training. Like apart from maybe going on um, family holidays and stuff like that, where we go away for a few weeks. It's just been non-stop, continuous training for 10 years.
wow.
Not saying I don't have a rest day every 3 to 5 days. But like
Really? It's probably every 10 days you have a rest day, I think, Dave.
if I did have a rest day yesterday, and if I did train yesterday, that would have been 9 days in a row, and with intensity. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but you
10 years.
did yesterday's workout today. So
So I skipped yesterday's workout. Yep, which is a really fun one. It was you described it as the workout of the week.
I would say it was the workout of the week. Yeah.
The wow. I
So
normally like to try to get a bit of video footage of the wow and put it up
there'll
on
be a
the
lot of
YouTube channel. But
laying on the floor between
mm, mm.
as the burpees are happening because there's a new movement today. It was a new movement yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have done it before. Burpee, clean, and then step over the box
Yeah,
at 20 inches with the single dumbbell on the
in the
shoulder.
front rack position.
Front rack. Did you alternate every time, or did you keep it there for
Yeah,
say
no, I
five and
alternated
then
every time.
switch it every
I
time? Okay.
alternated every time, and I tried to because obviously you were doing an uneven amount. I
Hmm.
tried to put I tried to remember what side I had finished on, so that I tried to
Hmm.
get as much evenness to my body as possible. Because otherwise, I would have just
Yeah.
put everything on the right hand side and
I,
done the right.
I think that probably the first round I alternated each time, but then I think that slowed you down a little bit actually. I think that slowed you down by alternating. So on the second, and it's 3 rounds, right? So run 800
Mm.
meters, 15 of this dumbbell complex, burpee, clean, box step over. And then so the second round, I thought I'll probably hold like 5 on one, and then go to the other one, and then hold 5. But then
Yeah, the other one.
the very last round, I just held 7 and then 8.
Oh,
And that
okay.
definitely made it faster because you're not swapping each time. But
Well, I wasn't sure. I thought I was going to get time capped yesterday because I had done. I think I entered the because I went on the bike because I'm still looking after
mhm.
my knees
Oh yeah, yeah.
and so the bike was good old jet, so we had to do 3 times the distance of the run, so it was
Hmm.
2.4 k's on the bike, which was a very long way. I think it was taking most of us about anywhere from 3.5 to 4 minutes just on the bike.
Yeah.
So that was, and I think the run was being done faster than 3.5, 4 minutes. So,
4 minutes, yeah, maybe.
so
What do you
um,
think about? Do you think that distance is that pairing, like for like, distance wise, multiply by three times to make it
well,
equivalent to the run? Is that too
I
much?
I guess I consider myself a reasonable level of skill on the assault bike. Like I can
Mhm.
keep it like at a cadence of above 60 for those types of workouts.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I was probably at least a minute behind like 5 or 6
The
runners.
runners, right?
So when they're getting back, so I
Mm.
know I'm not an elite runner, so there's no way that that we could classify if I was running because that would be a totally
Yeah.
different experience. But if I'm biking, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get off at the same time as the elite runners. But I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I was like another minute behind that. So
Yeah. Well, I think your group may have had quite a few of the good runners in it. Charlotte and Kieran and those guys. They're pretty good runners. Leo,
yes,
Leo wasn't running, but
no, Leo was
he
doing really well on the
has got
bike.
some. Yeah, but you're
He's
like
got
you're like a machine man. You're a machine athlete. You like the machines,
yeah, they're okay.
which could that could be the podcast in the new year. The machines, the rise of the machines.
There are a lot of machines. I should go and do WFP if it's going to be
That's
machines. I
that's
should really.
been fairly topical as well, hasn't it? This last fortnight
It
with
has. It has.
Andrew Hiller and Mason and Mason Startup, I think his name is. It's a funny name. I
Mm,
wonder if that's his real name, Mason Startup. But the rise of the machines, a lot of debate about whether there's too many machines in CrossFit and the human body is meant to be the machine, blah, blah, blah. What is the purpose of the machine? It favors the power athlete. Heaps of stuff to talk about there.
mm.
But you like the machine. You like seeing a machine come up in a workout, don't you?
Uh, it's still. I mean, if you've got, I think you've got a real machines give you an opportunity to kind of get back into the workout, but at the same time, they also give you a situation where it could make your workout go very pear-shaped very quickly because you can get very fatigued and
Mm,
exhausted if you're putting it in. So the
mm,
difference and the row is a crazy one, right? So the difference between rowing at 155 and 205, if you're doing 500 meters, like it's
yep.
only like probably 8 seconds, 9 seconds,
If
but
you're
by
rowing
the
for meters as opposed to rowing for calories.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you get off and if you have that extra, you see people that will sprint on the rower, but then as soon as they get to like the dumbbell or the barbell or whatever, they slow right down because they've
Mm,
fatigued. Whereas the person that's paced themselves on the rower normally
mm,
can overtake them. So
yeah. But would you agree that since we're talking about machines, we may as well keep talking?
yep.
um, yeah, we're going to talk about something else tonight, of course, but uh, there's a very long email. We would love any of our viewers to send us an email. Welcome to the camp 2025 at gmail.com. We'll answer that email with a link. We'll send you a link so that you can come on the show and join us to talk about the future business plan or the business model that
Yep.
the proposed buyers, which I had up before, Wade Diebner, also known as Deebs, or as I call him, Dweeb, and Mark Mastroff, who may be the new owners of CrossFit.
Is it
So,
been confirmed that they're the new owners yet, Dave?
from the sources that are out there at the moment, and we'll talk about why we think that's the case and why we're even bothering to do this discussion. It seems pretty persuasive that this guy's pretty serious about purchasing um, the company. And we'll talk about his vision for where CrossFit's going to be over the next few years. So that'll be
Mm,
interesting. There's not a lot out there. There's not a lot to research other than this document that he has forwarded through, and he's spoken with Brian Spinn, who's one of the major sort of media commentators in the CrossFit space. Brian said that he actually has had a reasonably long conversation with Deebs, and so Brian's a pretty trustworthy source. So you wouldn't be having a conversation with Brian and saying this is what my vision for CrossFit is if you weren't absolutely serious about putting a bid that was a viable, not an outlandish bid. And so what we'll talk about tonight is his 49-page document, which I'm sure you've read, Anthony.
I have read it. Yes.
Read it. I've sort of read the bold print, but it's pretty interesting. So I think it'll be nice to just record this moment in time and see what pans out over the years. We've got it. It'll be archived on our YouTube channel on this podcast, and see
Absolutely.
how right or wrong our predictions or
So,
our
what's
assessment
your
of it is.
so right off the back, Dave? What's your
Mm.
first impressions of it? What do you think?
Just right off the bat, it kind of concerns me because I feel as though the fellow, his organisation doesn't really understand what the goal of CrossFit is.
Mm.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand the methodology. He's sort of we'll talk a little bit about his background. There is a bit of stuff on the internet about his background. He's like a venture capitalist, and he's got another fellow who's got lots of money, who's the sort of silent investor, to sort of front up the couple of $100 million for Berkshire, who own it now. But we would like you guys to join us on the conversation so we can, rattle around some thoughts and ideas. Welcome to the camp 2025 at gmail.com. If you do want to come on the show, also just send us a little message via YouTube so we can go to our Gmail, and then and send you a link directly. You know how to do that, Anthony.
So,
So
yeah, I
you
can
can
do
send
that.
them a
I
link.
mean,
Yeah.
I was just going to suggest, Dave, why don't I just put it in the comments, put the link, and then people can join straight
Oh,
away if they want to.
you could try to do that. Okay, why don't you do that then? Okay,
Okay, I'll do
show
that.
me show me your IT skills.
Oh, there we go.
Here's a
There you go.
comment. Okay, that's so they should be able to click on that, Anthony. Is that right? Or
Well, they'll be able to highlight it. Don't know if you'll be able to
that's
click it. If you share new to
oh look,
share.
I've got YouTube on here. Yes, they should. I've got YouTube on my other screen here, and I can see. Yeah, it looks like they should be able to.
Okay, cool.
It looks like
Done.
a link that they can click. Hey, that's really cool. Well done, Anthony.
Oh,
You
thanks,
just,
Dave.
just you just discovered something new about this streaming app.
See, it's like I never know whether to take it as a compliment or as like a little backhanded piece.
Well, no, we last fortnight when we had um who was on, was it Kira?
Kira.
Yeah, and we had that ridiculous portrait landscape thing going on. That was terrible.
Yeah, that's a new feature from
Mm,
and
yeah,
the default is that you don't get to choose.
the
That's
default
the
is it
default.
does both. The default is that it does both. So
Yeah.
Anthony, we that was your fault.
Okay.
We've learned that. We've learned our lesson.
So, when you choose the default on
Because
most applications and systems,
you set up the show, right? You set up the show.
yeah, I set up the show.
Uh,
So when you
usually,
default, when you have the default settings, that should be the good settings that are set up. So
yeah.
um
I think
and
I think
it
they
changed. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from what they've done previously. So, but
Mm.
yeah, big shout out to these guys though. Like I think it's a pretty good
Oh, the
application
StreamYard,
as
yeah.
a whole.
Oh, well, for
So
absolute novices like us, who've never done this before, from the very first show, we were using this software, and it was not too bad, was it?
not too bad at
Not
all.
too bad at
No.
all. Okay, let me get rid of that Gmail because we don't need that anymore. Um, should we also just have a quick shout out to Redback, our sponsors?
Yeah.
I've been in touch with Matt this week. Have you purchased anything with the new Camp 10 promo code?
I'm going to do it today. I'm going to get myself some redback grips. My
Yeah,
son's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
buy them for me for Christmas as a Christmas present.
yeah.
So,
It's so cool because I just went crazy. I bought a whole heap of stuff, and at the
oh,
end you
you
just
bought
type
something
just
other than grips.
I
What else
bought a
did you
whole.
buy?
I went through the whole store, yeah, and um, and then you go to the cart, review cart. You got all these things, and you just type in promo code Camp 10, boom, and the price just drops. So good.
That's sensational. What did
It's
you
pretty
buy, Dave?
cool. It's Christmas time, man. It's Christmas time. I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not. I'm not
oh,
divulging.
oh! Wow, presents! You bought
Yeah,
presents for
yeah, yeah.
people. Oh, okay.
So that was very nice of Matt to do, and of course we used them every workout. Here they are. They're well used, Matt. Well used. The best. I really think they're the best grips on the market. Best value, absolute best value, and good quality too. You don't buy them if they're shit quality, but they're great quality, and I would say they're the best value. And then you throw on top of that the Camp 10 promo code, and they're even better. Um, and one of the ambassadors for Redback is now a subscriber to the show. Nathan, if you're watching, he came second at Oceania
Oh, cool. Awesome.
behind Dante, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So he's a Redback ambassador, sponsored athlete, and he's now a subscriber to the show. Send a couple of messages back and forth. Um, hopefully, we'll get Nathan on the show one day too.
Well, we're going to get
Uh,
Dante on the show
and
pretty
you're
shortly, but he's
chasing
back
you're cha-
in he's back in New Zealand at the moment, so enjoying his Christmas break. So,
Yep, yep,
but yeah, he'll be pretty keen to join us maybe when he gets
yeah,
back
yeah.
back to Australia.
And of course, we have the Instagram page. We have the camp Instagram. So
Yes, you
that
can tell one of us has been on holidays creating things for the podcast and getting excited. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
so
wonderful having a
yes,
bit of spare time. Yeah,
why
we
don't
just
hey, why don't you bring up our Instagram? Bring up the Instagram
let me
page
try.
there.
Let me try. Instagram. Yeah, it's going really well. It's funny. The Instagram page has grown um, to the same subscribership
The YouTube channel.
as the YouTube channel, and it did it in one week. It just shows you the different platforms, doesn't it? Just the different platforms, how
Yeah.
much usage and ease of use is needed to make it um, easier for people to sort of see your
Mm.
stuff.
And
But
having,
this is it.
but I
This
think
is it.
having people like Kira and, the people we've had on before, that's just going to help us grow. So
Yeah,
I think, I've been looking at a number of different podcasts and how they start off, and they all start off very, very slow, and then all of a
mm,
sudden it just becomes exponential. So
yeah.
that's us
Oh,
next year, Dave.
oh,
Exponential,
look, I
exponential
think
growth.
we just wanted to. I mean, we're doing this because we have fun doing it, and we like talking to the people, and also um, the more people that get involved, the more interesting conversations we'll have and interactions. And also, just getting more local Aussies aware of CrossFit. So that's our
Yeah, look at
goal.
that. That's
It
very
doesn't really.
cool.
it doesn't matter whether as long as we're having fun. Oh, there's two messages there. Haven't seen those messages. Sorry if you sent us a message. But yeah, I'm just slowly populating. We've got so many more little video bites to put on there. Still, have you processed any? Anthony, you not
I've
processed any?
processed some. I've actually used StreamYard to create some,
Yeah. Okay.
but
We got
StreamYard, but there's some more. But yeah, the ones I want to get on are the Bill Leahy ones and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah. Okay.
I've dedicated a few hours next on this weekend to
Yeah. Cool.
so
Yep. Heaps more little sound bites because that's a little bit more palatable to people too, isn't it? Rather than watching a 2 hour
100%.
podcast.
Well, we're
Um,
not in the Joe Rogan,
no,
stratosphere
no,
yet. We can't just sit there and do it for 3 hours
no.
and have people.
Um, I will just quickly show you this because I drove out to the farm today this morning, did a bit of paddock work and had the ear pods in, blocking out the sound of the tractor and stuff. And I was listening to this little YouTube video. I would strongly recommend anyone who's got tendon pain, ligament pain, cartilage pain, joint pain. Um, so that was what it was called. I'd never heard of this. It just obviously come up on my stream. Must have been listening to me talking about my patellar tendonitis or something. And this guy is a professor of human physiology, and he specializes in tendons and ligaments.
Okay,
And and this guy, the host, is a calisthenics um, enthusiast, and they just talked for how long was it? It was about 2 hours, I think. They just talked about tendon injuries, how to strengthen tendons, how to prevent injuries, how to heal injuries.
right.
It was great. I just listened to every single, and I even
So was
sometimes
there
had
a
to.
focus on the fascia? Was that
They
what they
talked
were
about
talking about?
fascia. They talked about fascia. This guy, I don't know. He was just like really rigid edge. Like you could just tell the language that he used. You could just tell that he was not. He knew his stuff. Like he was very scientific, but he also explained it in very simple ways, which means that you've got a very good understanding. Like if you have a good understanding of something and you can simplify it down, or say if you don't have a good understanding of something, it's very difficult for you to simplify it down
Have you got the
to be a
link
good
to it,
teacher.
Dave? Can we put the link up in the
We could
comments?
maybe put that up later, but tendons and muscles. Yeah, go have a lesson. You'll be able to find that. But anyway, um, let's get on. There's no one's sent us an email as yet. I can see. But well, what what did you ask me? What my thoughts were? Not in
Hmm.
a big long-winded thing, but what was your initial thoughts about these guys um,
Well, I think
buying CrossFit?
so. My initial thoughts are what they're trying to do is completely different to what CrossFit is already.
Mhm,
So what they're offering is really not for the existing base of CrossFitters, but more for the new markets that they want to try and attract.
mhm,
So my thoughts are that that's what the business plan is really focused around. It's not focused on what are you doing with the existing membership base. Um,
mhm,
and that could be and that's really difficult because obviously we as CrossFitters love CrossFit and probably think it doesn't like the the advantages of CrossFit are in the methodology and in the community and in the people, and that's why we do it, right? But
mm,
they're going potentially away from that because they want to attract new audiences. So
Yeah, I
can those
definitely gathered
two
that. Yeah.
different can those different types of like clients, customers exist?
Hmm.
Possibly, because it's a
Yeah. That's
diversification of your product, really, is what you're trying to do.
yeah.
Um, like, I love the concept of them focusing on wellness and longevity, and people like Dave Asprey. I know all these guys. I follow them myself. Um, so pretty exciting that they're trying to get into that space. I think the concept of CrossFit for everyone. I think that obviously creates a level of, I don't know, probably resistance, because they go, well, no, it isn't. Yes, we're for everyone, but only really the people that want to come to the gym, train, work hard. That's who we're for. So it is for everyone. It's open to everyone, but then there's a limitation. Whereas this new thing is like, no, I wanna make it available to every single person, which is what we want as well. But still, there's the perspective of, uh, and I honestly, I think if I was going to give any advice to these two people buying, they should just
Mm,
get out to the affiliates and see what it's about,
mm,
rather
mm,
than
mm,
read something
mm,
or come up with
mm,
what they have. But you know what? There could be some really good things in what they're trying to do.
Well,
I don't know.
well, to sort of work out how they're thinking, you look at their backgrounds, I suppose. And this is kind of the money man, right? Mark Mastroff. So he's got the money with billions of dollars, and is the founder of 24 Hour Fitness, which is one of the biggest fitness centers, franchise type businesses like Jets or Anytime Fitness or that type of thing. Um,
Mm,
International. I think they said about 50 gyms around the US, possibly some overseas. But I looked up whether he had any in Australia under a different name, but Google couldn't tell me whether he had any gyms under that 24-hour fitness banner that were just called something else like Jets or something like that.
yeah.
Um, but that's kind of what his claim to fame is, and he's obviously an investor, and and he said that he got into the gym industry when he was really young, and he just took a job up um, at a Globo gym, and instead of paying the weekly or the monthly subscription to be part of the gym, he just said, "Look, can I just spend some hours behind the counter?" And the guy said, "All right, well, if you work 8 hours a month, you can have your subscription for free," something like that. And then he started working on some software. So he's a bit of a software guy too. So he
Mm,
developed gym software, and then the gym software kind of took off, and that's where he started getting his money revenue stream. And then he kind of went into partnership with someone else and bought their first gym, and kind of created this 24/7 system of being able to go to the gym at 2 o'clock in the morning if you want to, and
mm,
using his software. So that was his launching pad. And the other guy is this guy, who I think is sort of like your classic startup venture capitalist. Like, take people's money who want to spend it on things that are a little bit riskier than the bank would invest in. Um, and hopefully, if you invest in enough of them, they they hit pay dirt, and you win big. You might
mm.
you might. That's how I understand the whole venture capitalist startup type thing. But whether you think CrossFit is still in the startup sort of category of entrepreneurship, a lot of there's a lot of massively uh, well-known businesses now that were nothing until venture capitalists believed in them. Like Uber and those type of things, where you go, what you're gonna, or
Mm,
Airbnb, someone's got to go, oh, that's a good idea, but it's a bit out there. It's not really mainstream. Could it work? It might flop. It might, but if it does work, my God, now we've struck oil. Um, and
correct.
maybe CrossFit is still in that sort of infancy of, holy crap, it hasn't even realized a fraction of its potential yet. So that's where this guy comes in, and he's behind some companies like Anaconda. I saw that there was some stakeholder in developing that company, Anaconda, which is in Australia. And his
Hmm.
company is called Excapsa. So that's kind of what I could find online in regards to their background.
Yeah, I was just looking up the number of US locations for
Mhm.
24-hour fitness, and there's 240 clubs across 9 US states.
200, yeah, that's pretty.
240, and apparently they
240.
did have locations abroad in Singapore and
Mhm.
China, but
Mhm.
that's not there anymore. So they've got no other
Right.
pieces. So
Right. 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 Um. So yeah, but he's sold that now, right? So he's got a shit
yeah,
ton of
yeah,
cash, a crap ton of cash sitting there,
yep.
um, and could well be eager to spend it. And yeah, and this is so the front man is not so much Mark Mastroff. It's this Wade Diebner guy. Wade Diebner is the guy who's doing all the sort of talking and posting on X or Twitter, uh, posting on Instagram. He follow his Instagram channel, which now is not accessible. Um, he was following everyone in the CrossFit space, everyone.
Right.
So
I,
he's obviously
is he following us?
he may even be following us.
Okay. He's one of our
um,
52 followers.
yeah, yeah. But like you can see, and it looks like a new Instagram account, but he's sort of if you looked at it, you'd see that he's just following every athlete, every sort of competition, including the worst fitness project um, as well, not just CrossFit. So, but all right, well, let's get into it. Um, this is the document that he released to a media agency, um, and then that got through. It didn't. He didn't. I believe he didn't actually release it to a CrossFit agency. He released it to a journalist who's a hybrid fitness journalist who dabbles in some CrossFit articles as well, and then it got um, passed over to Brian Spin and the barbell spin.
I will say about the document that it does look very much like it was created by AI.
Yep.
I will say that. So,
Why
um,
do you say that? What makes you say that? Because it's just got
uh,
cliche after cliche.
I would say yes, that it has cliche after cliche, but the setting and the format is exactly the way that AI kind of does things.
Mm,
I'm sure you could probably pass this document into AI and give it and ask for a, you know, hey, was this written by AI? So
mm.
because you can do that sort of stuff now. Maybe I'll do that
Yeah, yeah,
while
yeah.
you're talking. So let me just
How do
see
you?
if I
Hey,
can do.
tell us how you're doing that? Because I thought is this just an AI generated PDF or whatever? But um, there's a few nuances in there that made me think that it was more of a corporate churn. You know, get as many people interested in um, this business venture that almost like mm, there's some part of it that appeals to almost every potential investor,
Mm,
um, which is that's kind of what he wants to do, right? He wants to get as many people invested and get make as much money as possible, which is it's not really how CrossFit makes its money, and and if you go back to the roots, like remember Greg, who started CrossFit, um, never really intended to make money from CrossFit.
yeah.
Okay, so
So
that's
so yes, it says There's a high likelihood of AI involvement. The document reads like a generic marketing heavy business plan with hallmarks of AI generated copy, sweeping claims, templated sections, buzzword density, limited substantiation, and formatting artifacts. While it could be human edited, multiple features strongly suggest an AI assisted draft rather than a traditionally authored investor plan.
Yeah. So
So,
that would probably be what a lot of businesses do now, wouldn't they? They'd have AI do it, and they
100%. 100%.
edit it down. And this document is what Brian Spin spoke about with Deebner.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the other thing is that makes it authentic in that even if it is AI, which okay we say it probably has got some AI assistance, um, that that Deebner's talked about these visions to another prominent
Yeah.
CrossFit commentator. So revolutionizing fitness for everyone. Um, that was my first thing, my first bold print. Like, what what do you mean by revolutionizing fitness? How are you going to revolutionize whatever is already been a revolution? Like CrossFit is already the revolution of fitness. Okay, so that was the first thing that hit me.
Well,
Hit the eyeball.
is it that they're trying? Is it that he's really trying to say that CrossFit, like we already know that CrossFit has revolutionized fitness and
Mhm.
done exactly that, but is
So
it the fact that we're now, because CrossFit's market is small comparatively. So
okay.
if you think about everybody outside of CrossFit and
Uh-huh.
what this could mean in terms of you're revolutionizing fitness for all of those other people,
So he's not
because there's a new
revolutionizing
player.
fitness, he's revolutionizing how much money he can make
Yeah, probably.
from
Probably.
CrossFit. Would
Yes,
that be more accurate? Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
think so.
So
I think so.
so but I just didn't like that second, like it's the very first wording on it is like, no, you're not going to revolutionize fitness because it's already been revolutionized. We started it 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Um, okay, so that was my first thing. Okay. Anything, and then make America healthy again. Well, that's just to
they've just jumped on the
jump on
bandwagon
that.
there.
That's just a nice little slogan that, of course, we all want to be healthy. What do you think about the medical advisory board? Dr. Ram, Gary
Who's
Brecker,
he? I
Peter
like Gary
Artia.
Brecker. I like Gary Brecker, Andrew Huberman, David
Uh,
Asprey. Very good.
why do you like Andrew Hidman? Why do you like Peter Artia? Why do you
I
like
don't know
Dave Asprey?
Peter Artia. I don't know Peter Artia. So um, I don't know. I know Gary Brecker, Huberman, and Asprey. I've heard of those guys. So
I don't know the Cedar Sinai. I mean that's a big hospital in New York, I think. Um, uh, Board of directors. Um, these other guys are YouTube personalities.
well, they are, but they're like, I mean, they're longevity people. Like Dave Asprey's been around for a long time, and he's been on the kind of edge of biohacking. He's
Mhm,
essentially known as the father of biohacking,
mhm.
um, and he's very good, as well as I think these guys are not in the mainstream. That's what's really interesting. Like Gary Brucker, Andrew Huberman, Dave
But
Asprey, I don't
don't
know
you
the other
think
two.
Andrew Huberman is like he's he's not even a doctor. He's he's a YouTube personality. He was used to research um, optic or ocular physiology in some research lab, and
Mm,
half the time he gets the words wrong. I don't, when he's talking medical science and biology, most of the time he gets the context wrong, and people just don't know because because they don't know, and he's just got a
Mm.
YouTube following of several 100,000 or millions. It doesn't impress me at all. And what are you going to biohack? We already know the biohack. We already do the biohack. These guys aren't going to teach us anything more than what we already know,
Yeah, but they're not
in my
designed. But it's
opinion.
not for. But it's not for us, Dave.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not for
So,
us.
so we're going to use these guys as personalities to try to get more people doing CrossFit
Yeah, because see what it says: make America healthy again. It's not
with
make America's
with
CrossFit even more
with
healthy.
with
It's
with 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 biohacks from Andrew Huberman. No, that's not going to make America healthy again.
it's going to
And
help.
then well, the
If they
CrossFit's
do,
going to
if
help.
yeah, but if they're endorsing CrossFit
Yep.
along with other things that they are talking about, then people are going to be better off.
Well,
Because
if they
those
have
guys
this,
already, those all guys already, they're trying to just leverage the fact that these guys have huge audiences, and
yep.
so, but but I tell you what, like I know a lot about Dave Asprey. I've gone and
Mm.
seen him speak, and he does not actually think that high intensity on a regular basis is a good thing. He thinks it's he actually thinks because he's a biohacker, he's trying to find ways to maximize the outcomes that you get. And he thinks that I
So
think
how's
his
that
good
good?
concept
Why
is
is that good?
that
Why is
hit
that
is
good
like,
for us?
well, no, I don't think that is good. And this is where I think the
Yeah, yeah.
concept of having these people is good, but whether or not they're going to be aligned with CrossFit's um,
Correct, correct. They're going to bring
methodology is
eyeballs.
another
They might bring
question.
eyeballs. They might bring eyeballs, but those eyeballs aren't going to join your affiliate because it's too hard. Because
Yeah,
because getting MAGA is not a hack. A
no.
hack means a shortcut, right? A hack is a shortcut. There's
Mm.
no shortcut to getting healthy. You got to put the hard work in. Um, Celebrity advisory board and brand ambassadors. Think A-list celebrities, MMA stars, pro athletes, and fitness influencers. Phew,
Hmm. I
you know,
mean,
like
big
that's
statements. They're just big statements, right? They're just
that's the bold
they're.
print. Remember my thing, bold print.
Hmm, hmm.
That's supposed to attract me to CrossFit.
I mean, if you I mean, all it's just reach, right? All these
Mm,
people, like if they have 1 million or 2 million people that are following them, and then it's
mhm.
like, oh my god, they do CrossFit. Oh, I follow them. Therefore, I'm going to go and check CrossFit out. Like that's the approach.
So
It's
are these the people who we're going to pay? Is this where our affiliate fees go to? So okay, let's just pick a pro athlete. It'll be an American. Just say it's Tyson Bajan or something, right? Who's earning millions of dollars a year playing football. He already does CrossFit. He already does
yep.
CrossFit, so he'd be a perfect example.
Hmm.
Are we now, if he's now going to be a brand ambassador, that comes at a cost too, right?
It does. It
It
does.
comes at a cost. So the money from people doing CrossFit and affiliate owners who are paying their subs are now going to pay these brand ambassadors.
Well, none of that's worked out, right? So the purpose of one of the big things that when you do a business plan, the
Mm,
business plan kind of sets all your objectives, your goals, but what it doesn't really do is explain how you're going to do these things.
mm,
That comes into the operational plans and all those sorts of things. So this is this is like, well, it's probably more of a strategic type document than an actual here are the steps that we need to take in order
mm,
to achieve this, and this is what it means, and that's light on. There's
mm.
none of that detail.
But just say, so your kids like basketball, right? Your son
Hmm,
doesn't do, your son's not a CrossFitter.
hmm.
Um, he likes basketball. His favorite basketball player goes, "Hey, I'm doing CrossFit. It's awesome." Um, uh, and then so he goes, "Oh, okay, I'll come with you, Dad. I'll come and do CrossFit." And he comes and does CrossFit. He goes, "Holy crap!" Um, do you think that these people are going to be who are going to be influenced by a sports ambassador are going to fall in love with CrossFit if that's what it takes for them to step in
I
the gym.
think I think I think especially in the youth generation, definitely. Like if your sporting hero does CrossFit and
Mm,
you get introduced to it at a relatively young age, somewhere between 15 and 20, you're
mm.
gonna you're gonna be very interested in doing it.
I suppose
You're
there's
gonna
going to be
see,
there will be a proportion of people that will go, this is great, and I suppose there'll be a proportion of people that go, holy crap, this is nothing like basketball. I don't want to play. I don't want to do this. Um, but that would
yeah,
happen That would happen regardless. If your next door neighbour said, "Hey, I'm doing CrossFit. Do you want to come and do it?" And your neighbour comes with you, um,
mm,
and they might love it or they may hate it. And
yeah,
maybe having these ambassadors will just get more people coming to have a crack. You'll still get the same percentage, maybe a bit higher, that go, "No, this is not for me." But you'll retain a few.
yeah, exactly.
It's just how much is that going to cost? I can't imagine how much
It-
that's going to cost. Like, we're already
I,
the athletes
you're
are already
right,
whinging about prize money, right? Okay, point one:
absolutely.
CrossFit for all, inclusivity at its core. What do you think
It's
about that?
very, I think that's
Inclusivity.
incredibly, in this day and age, that's a very loaded statement.
Mm.
Inclusivity, what that means.
And
So,
and and backing that up is, gone are the days when CrossFit felt intimidating or exclusive. I mean, were you intimidated when you sort of started going into you moved out of the sort of rehab classes and stuff like that? You think,
shit,
shit,
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely,
yep,
absolutely. But that's all up. But you suddenly realize that it's not like that. Um, when you see people are, you've got every walk of life in the class.
mm,
Abilities, fitness levels, all sorts of things, and everyone's
mm,
doing what they can at their level. So it becomes less intimidating really quickly.
yeah,
But I imagine if you walked into a gym, because obviously some CrossFit gyms are got more, you know, professional athletes that are at that higher level, and that would be, if you're a very novice, that would be pretty intimidating. It's like, I mean,
mm.
that's in, but it's but that's that's no different to walking into a Globo gym and seeing everybody pump muscles that, pump 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 ridiculous amounts of weights and going, oh, I don't belong here, so
But
there's no
like,
difference.
before we started CrossFit, we used to do Globo Gym, right? We'd go to the gym, um, and I can say 100% that before I went to training, um, in years gone by, I never felt nervous. I never felt apprehensive. I never felt, oh shit, this is going to be bad. This is going to suck. I'm going to be dying. I'll be doing floor angels and gasping for breath. I never felt that about any gym session ever before. Since understanding and engaging in functional movement training, functional intensity, CrossFit, I'm intimidated every single day. I mean, like, I was intimidated today when I was warming up for the workout today, the workout of the week, and knowing all the times that I was trying to beat, knowing my daughter's time, knowing that I have to really push hard if I'm going to have any chance of getting close to her. It's intimidating. I was nervous. Right? Uh, that cannot be said for any other type of gym training. And before CrossFit came along, all we had was the Globo gym type stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was for
100%.
everybody. That is for
Yeah.
everybody. That is inclusive. CrossFit is not that. It's not. It's intimidating every day. The the fact that we still do it every day is just because we know that it's going to be okay. We're
Yeah.
intimidated, but it's going to be okay. We've done it thousands of times before.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm still intimidated by the workouts. If something comes up that I really hate, ring muscle ups or heavy squat snatches or something like that, I'm intimidated. It's going to hurt,
Mm, mm. I
which
agree.
by definition makes it exclusive, doesn't it?
Well, I think what they're trying to get here, though, Dave, is the fact that if you see someone walk past a CrossFit gym and they look inside and they go, "What the hell are those people doing?" and they continue to walk because they're like, "I'm not. That's I can't do that." They can't see the process for getting involved. So that's what I think exclusive and intimidating is actually referring to. Because what you're talking about is the fact that the actual workouts for the individual that's already doing CrossFit, that's what makes it such an amazing thing. That's a unique selling point of CrossFit, is that you do feel nervous, you feel like you're in a competition. Oh my god, this is different from everything else, so it is exclusive. So that's part of what makes CrossFit amazing, right?
But when they go on from that is that this is how they're going to make it less intimidating. We're going to roll out beginner-friendly videos um,
But we're
and
doing that
classes.
already. All
We
of that's
we
been
all
done already.
we already every single class. You're going to have an 80-year-old, you're going to have a 20-year-old in the class. You're going to have a newcomer, you're going to have a, a very experienced athlete in the same class. That is the methodology because it's infinitely scalable.
Hmm.
You don't need to water it down. Grandma doing broomstick front squats is gonna feel just as screwed up as I feel when I'm doing my 80 kilogram front squats
Hmm.
in a WOD. It doesn't
That's
matter.
exactly right.
But like
See, but
what
so you've just said that it is for all, but but the perception is that it's not.
but
That's
it's
the
got to
difference.
be it's got to be inclusive of people who want to accept the intimidation. You don't
Hmm.
remove the intimidation and then go, hey, it's not intimidating. It's for you as well because it's not intimidating anymore. Do you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that there's a subtle difference there? And I think it's it's inclusive it's inclusive by nature of its exclusiveness.
Hmm.
If you want to accept the pain or the relative difficulty challenges that come with the methodology, then you're included. But if you want to
Yeah,
join and say, no, no, I don't want to sweat, I don't want to feel any pain, I don't want to hurt, I don't want to break a fingernail, or get any scabs on my shins from the barbell knurling, then you can't be included.
correct,
And
correct.
I think they even say something that they want to get rid of the barbell or something.
No, they
Uh,
don't say that. They don't say
there's no
that.
there's nowhere where they get rid of the barbell.
No.
Dipping CrossFit adapts. Okay, so number two, CrossFit Home. Tell me what you understand by Peloton style fitness hub.
This is an interesting concept as well. So I guess, I mean, it's like as I said to you, it's not, this business plan is really not for people who already do CrossFit. This is about trying to bring in new markets. So they're just looking at a new way of bringing in different people and making it accessible to them. So if you can't go to the gym, you can do it at home and you can do it through an app and you can have
Okay,
someone kind of talk to you as a trainer. And you might even have the kind of I don't know how good the app's going to be, but you would be able to film or video the movement and find potential issues with the movement if you were doing it at home. That's what I imagine
okay.
it's going to be like.
So that would not necessarily, if you had this option, this would not drive people to join affiliates. They'd say, no, no,
No,
affiliates too scary. They're going to pull out the heavy barbells and clang and bang and make me hang off a rig. If I do my CrossFit, I don't even want to call it CrossFit on my app. I'll be able to choose. all the stuff that's going to be easy.
Yeah, potentially.
And so CrossFit gets more cash from the people who are going to stay at home and do the Peloton style CrossFit,
Yep.
Pelafit. I'm going to call that Pelofit.
Elephant.
Um, uh, but that's not going to be more people joining affiliates.
No, it's not.
So they're not actually doing CrossFit. They're doing
But
a
I think,
online.
but that app I think is available for everybody that does CrossFit. So I think this is where your increased affiliate fees are going to build this app that's available for your members, which will be interesting because it's going to go against all of those existing apps that are already out there. So like that CrossFitters use, Beyond the Whiteboard, GoWods, all of the mobility apps, like all of that is going to be like, well, where does that now sit if CrossFit is going to provide its own
So
app
they
that's
they,
doing all
they
these
that
things?
that I think they bring that up in a later point, but like they recreate the infrastructure of CrossFit, but they remove all the current business partners or all of the little mini industries that have emerged to support the methodology.
Yeah,
They disappear because it all falls under the CrossFit, the new CrossFit
yeah,
business model. They run it all. Um, so I can see how as an investor, if you've got more people around the world logging into this app that they pay $10 a month for, that I can see as an investor that you're going to be pretty happy. You're going to make money from that. And
100%.
those apps are pretty successful, I think. Like remember, who's that guy who lives in Byron Bay? He plays. He's one of the Hollywood guys. Long hair.
Oh,
He
Hemsworth.
plays Hemsworth. I think his name's Hemsworth. He's got a fitness app called Center,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
CENTR.
yeah, yeah, yep. I looked at that at one stage. Yeah,
Center. It's like
mm,
$10 a month or $10 a week,
yeah.
and it just gives you just
His
lie in your
workout.
lounge room. You just lie on the lounge room floor and do a few ab crunches and a couple of shitty push-ups and things like that, and sit-ups. And yeah, I've done my Thor workout for the day. But number one, they like. I'm sure he makes money. How many thousand subscribers? Like hundreds of thousands of people, all paying $10 a month or a week.
Mm, 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 mm.
He's making a heck of a lot of money. So CrossFit's going to be very happy, or Diebner and Mastrov are going to be happy. But these guys, it's not CrossFit anymore.
No, no.
And who knows if it's even making them healthy, if they're trying to do things with very poor technique and very poor form.
And that is the question. Like how are you going to ensure? Because it does say that from foundational beginner workouts focusing on form and basics to pushing their limits. Like, how do you make sure if someone's using an app that their form is good? So maybe there's technology out there that's videoing you as you do it and then giving you an assessment and saying, okay,
Like, could you?
y-
I don't think that's feasible, Anthony. If you've got the goal of making thousands, hundreds of or millions of dollars, how are you going? Are you going to go get Dave Castro to go or Boz to watch all of the? They can't even see a few 10-minute workouts to
no,
judge.
I'm thinking it'd
I
be
mean, like,
AI, Dave. I'm
oh my,
thinking that honestly you would video and it would go, here are the points of performance for these movements, and then it would look at those points on your body and go, you're not hitting the right motion, and this is
that's
this
not
is where
that's
you
not a
need to
wall ball.
improve.
That's a high rocks wall ball. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what it was
Maybe,
saying.
maybe, 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 maybe they'll have like a video of high rocks and a video of a CrossFitter doing a wall ball. So this is, and then you just got to
But a big,
copy that,
it's like no
and you, and
rep.
you just and you just keep doing it until till the screen goes green or something like that. And
Yeah, exactly. You know, like that idea that we had for a little while ago, like you do it and
oh
then you
yeah,
hit depth and it goes ding.
yep, yep,
So
yep.
something like that.
Okay, that's a lot of technology. Again, a lot of money, but maybe that technology is sort of fairly standard now. I don't know, but this just seems to be another revenue piece for the company, which of course I understand the company wants to make money, but it doesn't really help uh, humanity. It's not going to create. I don't see this as something that's going to create transformations. Just like I don't see Center creating
Well,
transformations.
you see, the funny thing is, in order to create, like, the reason why CrossFit works as a model right now and has done for so long is community. You're in it together. If you're at home doing
Mm,
this, I
mm.
think it could supplement people that are already doing CrossFit because they've got the runs on the board. They know what CrossFit is. So if I did a workout like you mentioned on Chris Hemsworth, because I have looked at that, right? I would push myself because I know what CrossFit is like now, right? I know how to work out. I've got
But
that mindset. But if
do you
you
think that?
tried to
y-
get me to do it in the beginning, I would have absolutely struggled because I have no
Yeah,
motivation and have no people to kind of cheer me
yeah.
on and help me and support me, and I would get lost very quickly.
If you were new to CrossFit and you jumped on the Peloton, that's where you'd stay, almost
Yeah, you
certainly.
just and you
You
probably and
need to you
I
need to
wouldn't
come
probably
into the
even
box. Yeah, you need to come into the box. You need to be part of an affiliate. You need to be part of that community. You
yeah,
need to feel that respect. That's what we don't respect the score. We respect the effort.
yes,
And no one's going to give you no. You're not going to get that from your Peloton at home,
no.
in my opinion. Um,
Well, you'll get
uh,
some AI people shouting at you and screaming and saying you've done a great job, but that's not the same.
yeah. Okay.
So
All right. So that one's a bit unusual. Um, Integrated wellness beyond the workout. Fitness is more than represents it's holistic well-being. What are they talking about here? Oh, they're going to
this is
start branding their supplements.
hmm
Okay, so they're going to start selling shit as
so
a extra
I
revenue. Extra revenue.
really, yeah, I really don't know why they would not just partner with, like, I because CrossFit already does this, right? Like, there's so many things, like, from a protein perspective, like, it doesn't do it directly with CrossFit, the organization, but
Mm,
these things are around and they're designed for supporting, like all of that. I don't see any difference there. Like, as you said before, if it seems like they want to try and take control of the entire ecosystem of fitness and health
yeah,
and go, well, we're going to control it all, which
yeah.
I don't
Well,
necessarily.
they're kind of dipping their toes in every pond associated with fitness. Like
Mm,
they've dipped their toes in the app pond. They're now dipping their toes in the supplement pond. They're now they're sort of talking about helping the affiliate pond. But um, the supplement industry is worth trillions probably. And so they just go, okay, well,
it
we'll
is.
get a bit of that too. We'll get a bit of that too. Like, um, but that's sort of is like the antithesis of what we focused on as affiliate owners. I'm happy for
Mm,
the supplement store down the road to sell you creatine, but I'm
yeah,
I'm not going to base my business around selling you creatine. I'm basing my business around making you as powerful and healthy and happy as you can be.
yeah,
That's what my focus my energy on, not selling merchandise.
yeah, yeah.
You got that. You'll take your eye off the ball. You're going to take your eye off the ball of what you're really about.
True, and it's also gonna be, if you think about it, like, there's probably, let's say there's 10 companies that do NAD plus boosters,
Mm.
and what are you going to have relationships with all of them to be able to sell? Like, you go, no, 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 it's not that one, it's this one. This is the one you got to use in CrossFit. So it's kind of getting into areas where I
That's not
studied.
their domain. That's not their
Yeah,
domain, is it?
exactly. And it's kind of a scattergun approach to marketing, right? And,
Yeah.
to do good marketing, you're tailored to a specific product. Where this is like I'm going to throw out everything and try and catch everything, as much revenue as I can, as many streams as I can. But unless you're going to have a company that has each one of these areas that they talk about could be a division within a company that's focusing on that.
Yeah.
CrossFit's
Crazy.
not that size, right? It doesn't have that kind of clout.
Mm. I mean, if he can launch all of these little things, yeah, the net worth of the company is going to skyrocket. But I think the fittest on earth is going to be, something else. I don't know.
Something else.
Mind you, this is where you were talking about before in terms of expanding operations. So introducing new monetization avenues like premium content subscriptions and corporate wellness partnerships, class scheduling. These are the apps like Beyond the Whiteboard and things like that.
Hmm.
So they're just going to take over that. Rebranded merchandise, style meets strength. So, okay, we're going to buy some CrossFit clothes. That's cool. We do that already anyway. But,
We do. I know. There's nothing here that is like.
well, it's kettlebells, mats, Rogue. No need. Are they going to take over Rogue?
Well, yeah, it's getting into areas that they really shouldn't worry about.
That's potential shitting in your bedroom, right? Shitting in your bed sheets.
Mm.
um, that's dangerous, right?
I mean, like, there's nothing to say that. I mean, it would be. I mean, Rogue. It'd be pretty cool if you had, if they had a partnership with Rogue whereby the branding was on the products and all that sort of stuff. That'd be pretty cool. It wouldn't be. I don't think that'd be a bad thing. But trying to necessarily take it over and go, we're rebranding with modern, high quality. So what does that mean? Does that just get the other companies to do it and form an
Mm.
alliance with them and put CrossFit on them? That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else, in my
Well,
opinion.
I think CrossFit wants to sell you. I think they want Deebner wants you to buy the dumbbells and barbells and kettlebells from CrossFit.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what I
want
mean.
they
Like,
don't want you to
that's
buy it from Rogue anymore.
no, but I'm not
Like
going to do that.
how detailed is this? Look, this is very detailed. From moisture wicking T-shirts emblazoned with empowering motifs, like
That's LSKD.
moisture wicking. It's like oh god, it's just so funny.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
mean. That is straight out of AI.
limited edition drops, um, athlete collabs, eco-friendly. Of course, it's got to be eco-friendly. What does that mean? Uh, no koalas killed in making this T-shirt. No tree chopped down. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about affiliates because traditionally the affiliate is the engine room, right? This is the engine room of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Okay. Our affiliates are the heartbeat of CrossFit, and at least he got that. Maybe he got that from our maybe the AI picked that up from our podcast where we said the beating heart of CrossFit.
Uh, we'll be
That
able
was the
to. We'll be
that was the
able.
title of.
It
Remember,
was. It was.
we had the
It
girls on.
was.
Our
Yeah.
affiliates are the heartbeat of CrossFit, and we're investing heavily to help them soar. Even though there's an app that people will use at home and never set foot in your affiliate. Um, through targeted support programs, we'll provide resources to grow top line revenue and EBITDA. Do you know what that stands for?
EBITDA.
EBITDA?
Expenses
Uh,
before. Can't remember what it stands for.
okay, so
Give
some
me
sort of
give me a sec.
economics marketing
It's
term, is it?
yeah. It's
including advanced marketing tools, operational best practices, and data-driven insights with consulting to help grow your business to new heights. Okay. See,
That's
everything
just
everything
word
that I've
salad.
read so far, that we've talked about, doesn't make me feel like that's going to make people drop into my gym and want to join up.
So EBITDA is earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. There you go.
Okay, so
That's
just
what
your
it is,
profit margins, just your profit
basically.
revenue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I mean, look, I want heaps of people to come to the gym. I just don't see that anything there has been all that powerful in getting people so far, anyway, to getting people to join the gym because it's making CrossFit look less powerful than it has the capacity to be. Streamlined affiliate management software. No, we don't need that. Exclusive training seminars. No, we've done the level 1. We've done the level 2. You know, we don't need to do any more. We're equipping. We train every day. Our coaches coach every day. We're equipping gym owners to expand their reach, attract more members, and boost financial health, ensuring the entire CrossFit network thrives together. We will help show proven metrics and consulting to help grow each affiliate member base, increase retention, and add supplemental income like affiliate models and merchandise. Wow.
That's but you see, but that, I mean, 6 honestly says nothing. It says nothing. It doesn't tell
6
you.
nothing.
It doesn't. It says we're going to help. We're basically going to help you do stuff. We're going to give you more information. We're going to
Mm,
give you teaching. But what? What are you going to teach me on? Like, what
mm.
problem are you actually solving here? All
Yeah,
of these things should be solving a problem,
yeah.
or
It
creating
looks like
a new opportunity.
they're promising better revenue, better profits, software and skills. What skills? Software that's probably going to break down and fail, and then it's going to cost me more to get an IT person out to sort it out. Um, okay, Nutrafiliate. That's a cool name.
Yeah, this
Nutrafiliate.
is this is this is terrible. This is if this is probably the worst thing I've
Is it
heard.
multi-level marketing? What does that mean? That's a new
Pyramid.
term. Multi-level marketing. Is that a pyramid scheme?
It's a
Is that
pyramid
a
scheme.
is that a fancy
Exactly.
way of saying pyramid scheme?
Absolutely.
Shit.
If
Shit.
you're on the top level, good for you.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
bottom level,
Uh,
it's not good for you.
so it's not even innovative. Pyramid scheme was years ago, like Ponzi or whatever his name is.
Yeah, yeah, Ponzi.
They're calling it innovative, right? No. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's
Uh,
innovative because it hasn't been put into a CrossFit space.
gosh.
That's the definition of innovative.
Exclusively for CrossFit members and gyms. Every participant can earn by promoting and sharing the best in class wellness products. Oh my God. I didn't understand that before.
You didn't understand
That's
that one.
no, that's terrible. So
This
what do you
this
want?
is this is bad.
We want our members to start selling stuff on like Tupperware and things like that.
Yeah, basically. I mean, fitness related, but still.
Fitness related.
but yeah, but no, because you're the affiliate owner, you'll be like the top of that multi-level marketing
Oh God.
chain, and all the people behind you will earn money.
And
It
here's
all
these
just up
guys'
to you.
names. These influencers, YouTubers' names are coming back in. So Dave Asprey's got something called Bulletproof, and then Peter
Well, that's
Attia's got
bulletproof
something called
coffee. Yeah.
Pendulum, and then Huberman's Momentous brand. So maybe they're not going to get paid. Maybe those guys are just going to rely on the affiliate members to do all the dirty work for them as they sit at the top of the pyramid scheme.
But you know what? But if you're going to mention these people in a plan, right?
Mm.
Have you actually consulted with these people to get them involved and
Well,
ensure that they're aligned with the concept of CrossFit and all that sort of thing? Because as I said, I know a lot about Dave Asprey, and Dave Asprey has changed dramatically in the way he sees what he thinks you need to do from a fitness perspective, because his whole concept is around longevity, right? So he tries to control where possible the stresses that are being applied to the body. And fitness and exercise is a stress. It's a good
Yeah.
stress, but it can also be a bad stress. And he has the
Yeah.
belief that doing high intensity training on a regular basis is not a good thing for the body. Right? So he is not in alignment with CrossFit principles. And I haven't heard him speak anything about saying, I want to get involved in CrossFit.
Right.
So I don't know how they can name names as opposed to, like, it should be going, we would like to work with these types of people. They haven't said that. They've mentioned them by name and specifics as if they're
He
on
might be
board with it.
like these guys are multi-billionaires, right? They have connections. Maybe you just send him a text and say, hey, what do you think? How would you like it if I could get I could get 100,000 CrossFitters to be all selling your bulletproof whatever it is and Huberman's momentous brand subscription, and you're at the top of the pyramid. They go, yeah, sure, I'll be part of that. I'll
Yeah.
say that I'll say that I do CrossFit. I'll go stand in front of a CrossFit box sign, gym, and take a photo for Instagram. Like it's just disingenuous. That's what. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
I can see how these guys. And could you imagine going to our members, going to our mates in the gym and saying, "Hey, Gary, do you want to, I'm going to sell you this subscription for Rain energy drinks or whatever it is, but you can sell it on and you'll make money too." Like it's just completely insane. Like that's just like piss off. Give me my ice cold water from the drinking fountain.
Yep.
It's just weird. Okay, 8. The CrossFit Games going global on an epic scale. Woof. The CrossFit Games is already pretty epic. Um, Attracting massive audiences. Yeah, sure, it could have more audiences. Um,
Yeah, but
uh,
how? How?
mm,
Like, you see, this is everything in this document is missing the how.
mm,
How are you going to do this? Like, okay, you're going to create an app. How are you going to do it? What's going to make this app different from all the other things that are out there? How are you going to get engagement? How are you going to ensure that you complement the existing CrossFit
mm,
clientele?
mm,
Is it
mm.
for a different complete audience, or is it to complement what's already the people in the affiliate that just can't get there today? Well, who is it for? What's it for?
Okay, so is the new generation, next gen of CrossFitters based on this business model, are they interested in watching the CrossFit Games when they've been doing Peloton at home?
Maybe.
I don't think so. Because
Yeah. I mean,
we love doing the CrossFit. We love watching the CrossFit Games because we know how hard it is. We know how hard it is to be that good. And then they just leave us in their dust, right? That's why it appeals to us to watch CrossFit videos, to watch the current content on YouTube, the road to the games or whatever it is. Like we watch that. Um, I don't think I don't think Center app user F45er is going to log in or pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to go and watch the games,
no,
because that's what they're saying. They're saying picture high stakes competition broadcast worldwide from the US to Asia and Dubai, featuring diverse athletes from every corner of the globe. But none of the people that we've suddenly the next gen is going to want to do that.
no,
I don't think so
no,
because they're not doing CrossFit. Like they're not actually they haven't they're not going to become frothers.
no, no. But
And that's
the other thing that makes the CrossFit Games unique is we all start in the same spot, which is the open.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so there is no other kind of sporting event where everybody participates that could
Everyone,
participate
every
in the
single
beginning.
year, we could end up on the big stage. Every year we have a chance, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it quite remarkably unique.
And
And
so
these guys,
everybody does the same workouts.
yeah. And what's
Everybody
going to
does
happen
the
to the
same
Open?
movements.
What's going to happen to the Open with all these new people that are doing Peloton, Pelafit at home? Are they going to
Perfect.
suddenly come into the box? Are they going to, are they going to suddenly come into the box and do 26.1 and go, holy shit, I've got to do handstand push-ups? Holy, or whatever scale. That's okay. I don't mind. You're going to scale, or you're going to have the appropriate version, but they're not going to turn up. They're not going to sign up.
No.
Maybe they'll have the Palafit open. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I
But
mean,
they,
I just
they,
think I
is
think
that
they've
is that a
that's
possibility?
missed the like. You've also got to look at like the people that watch the CrossFit games are the people that do CrossFit. Like that's
Hmm.
the other thing. Like it's not like a sport, any other sport in the world where you see, like when you watch tennis or you watch cricket or you go to thing, you see, the has-beens that may have played cricket, but you see a lot of people that have never played cricket and not ever played tennis to any level and not played any of these sports, but they love watching the sport, right? That's not what happens in CrossFit. The people that, if you go, you see that in terms of the audience. It's like they're all fit, they're all healthy, and
Yeah,
they're all
yeah, yeah,
strong.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't see
fittest
that in other
judges, fittest
sports.
crowd, fittest vendors, fittest hamburger makers, fittest bloody, or they're usually selling brisket or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Fittest security guards, fittest, fittest volunteers. They're
That's
all
it, and
they're
that's so different from any other sport.
they've all drunk the Kool-Aid, and that's why they're there. But they do say we're going to add different divisions for different athletes to make each division have different events to make it best suited for their levels. So they might have a peloton level.
Maybe,
Okay, maybe.
maybe.
Okay, well, let's see. Time will tell. CrossFit Vitality model partnering with healthcare insurance companies to lower members' premiums. So
That's
CrossFit's
already
already
done.
missed the boat. Missed the boat, Deebna. Have you been watching? You should have watched our YouTube, our podcast with Miss Fish. Um, forgot her
And
name.
and this
Just
is where I get a bit worried about this, right?
mm,
Because this says this talks about the fact that this is a new initiative and we're going to do it differently and we're going to and it's just like, hang on, you need to recognize what's already at play here. So a simple, this opportunity could be this concept that they talk about here could be just further improved by recognizing what's already been done, but it doesn't. It talks about it as if it's this completely new thing. Um, the other interesting thing is that what kind of information are you handing over to these people? So if you're going to get all my information about my health markers and all this sort of stuff, and what I'm doing in the CrossFit gym and all that sort of stuff, what does that mean in terms of, are you going to start telling me that I can't do certain things because I can't do certain things in the gym? Like, what does this mean? Like, who's sharing this information?
mm,
Because I know in the CrossFit Medical Society and the whole concept that they're doing, the information
mm,
is not shared. Your health information is not shared. But if you put it with insurance companies, I'm not sure that's going to be
yeah. So
kept.
if you can do Murph in under 1 hour, you're at this level. If you can do Murph in if you're above an hour, you're at a different premium.
Yeah, you're
So
breaking up a bit, Dave.
people are just going to they may fudge their scores a little bit so that they get the lower premium.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so this is not new. This is the first time they've used the word high intensity, by the way. See high intensity there?
Yeah. Look at that.
blending its signature high-intensity functional fitness with preventative healthcare. So they're now acknowledging high intensity, right? Which
Hmm.
is going to drive your mate Adia, Peter Atia. He's going to lose his mind. I'm out. I'm out.
I don't know Peter Adia. I'll say it again. He's not the. He's the person I don't know out of that five. Out of
Oh,
that,
I thought you said, which is the guy? Oh, who was the guy who said is anti high intensity?
Dave Asprey.
Oh, Asprey. Asprey. Right. Um, okay. Marketing mastery. I think we're coming to the end. Marketing mastery. So far, we haven't seen a great deal of marketing mastery, I don't think.
I don't think
In
so.
You better take a page. You better rewrite this chapter. Um, at the heart of our strategy is a powerhouse marketing overhaul, spotlighting our new management team and innovative model to propel CrossFit to the forefront of the fitness industry through dynamic campaigns across social media, influencers, and partnerships. We'll showcase stories of transformation, community impact, and unparalleled results. Our goal to make CrossFit the largest, most recognizable brand in fitness, surpassing competitors by emphasizing authenticity, innovation, and universal appeal. Stay tuned for bold ads, viral challenges, and a narrative that resonates. It's the future of fitness. Well, I mean, that's kind of what CrossFit already is.
Yeah, it's nothing. There's no. That's exactly what you get on the CrossFit.com website. You get
Yeah,
those stories about people.
yeah,
You get like the workout of the day. You get the motivational stuff with all the hero workouts that come up and they talk about them. Like, if you're not, there's already that piece in play. And I think
mm,
this is where when you come in and make changes, or you potentially want to make changes to an organization, and the people that are already there look at this and go, "This is
mm,
nothing new.
mm,
There's stuff
mm,
here that you. So what? Like, how are you
mm.
going to be different? What are you going to do?"
And it's also dodge if you get like influencers who, you know, half our membership know are just duds.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and they're trying to tell us how to suck eggs. Like that's almost offensive. You just switch off straight away.
yes, yeah.
You know,
And,
and
and
you
that
watch
should
an
be thought through, right? Like that kind of trust,
mm,
loyalty, brand,
mm,
that's all should be considered. It shouldn't be just, hey, get this person and tell them they like CrossFit and we'll just get them to
mm,
sign up and
mm.
and drink
Yeah.
the rain stuff and do this and do that, and yeah, we're all going to be all excited by it. It's like, no, you're going to
Mm,
have to.
mm.
Authenticity is what people want to see.
Unless they're talking about the influencers being the existing influencers like Rich and the existing elites, getting them to do more and paying them.
Mm,
But if you bring in outside influencers, Andrew Tate to show us how you do pull-ups, and they're shitty pull-ups, it's just a disgrace. Like it completely
mm,
damages the brand. Even Mark, is it Mark Wahlberg? Yeah, Mark Wahlberg tried to promote F45, and
he
it's
was the
just
owner of F45, wasn't he?
I think he was a major stakeholder, and that guy can't
Yeah.
do a pull-up. That guy,
Mm.
but he thinks he can. He thinks he can. Like,
He can
like
do
it's
a,
just
a he can do a pull up according to the standard of him.
that's Mark Wahlberg's pull-up. Come and do
Hmm.
F45. And have you seen the F45 games? How many people go to the F45 games? No one. Doesn't exist. It's like but maybe it made money at some point. It may have made some people a lot of money, but it doesn't have longevity. It's got no authenticity. It's got no concrete foundations.
Yeah,
And that's what
yeah.
that's what CrossFit has got now, or the original CrossFit methodology. It's got solid foundations. It may not have billions of people standing on the foundations,
Mm,
but it's bloody solid, right? So solid.
yeah. And I don't
Um,
think they really should. Like, the scary thing is how much they're gonna like. let's apply a magic wand and they're able to achieve all these things and they do it harmoniously and they don't water down the existing brand and we're getting all these outcomes, then I guess affiliates would be okay if their revenue stream has increased dramatically to pay that increase in affiliate fees. However, I wouldn't be very happy as an affiliate owner if you're promising all these things and they're not delivered and you've increased my affiliate fees. I'm not going to be happy about that. So,
Well, they think there's 8,000 affiliates now, and they think we can scale up with this plan in 3 years to 15,000 affiliates. So almost doubling affiliates with this plan.
yeah,
That's just like pie in the sky, absolute
that's what I
pie in the
mean. It's
sky.
just like, there's like, how are you going to achieve that? Like, that's a considerable amount. Like,
But
where
that's what,
is
but
your,
through those 10 points, is his how. That's
yeah,
his
but
how.
those 10 points don't discuss how. Like, that's the problem. There's not enough detail there to explain how are you competing, as I said before, with the app, with this Peloton home. Like, what is that going to do? How is that going to increase? What does the model look like for that? Does the affiliate pay for the app? Do you get the app that you give to all your members? Are you able to sell the app on to other people? Is it just like, if I come across the app and decide to do it, do I have to be connected to an affiliate? Like, all of those things are the details about how it's going to work and if it's going to be any good.
You get credit for your affiliate fees. Launch a referral incentive rate. Offer existing affiliates $1,000 credit towards fees or training for each new gym they recruit.
Yeah,
Oh, so we're
to
gonna do
cheap.
the recruiting.
What are you
Where
going to?
I'm gonna
Yep,
do the recruiting.
yep. You're going to
To
stop
get
being a surgeon, Dave, and you're going to run out and do
I'm
some
gonna run
marketing.
out to the local mechanic warehouse and say, hey,
Yep.
this is great space. You could turn this into a gym. You ever thought about making it a CrossFit? Holy moly! And I get $1,000 for that,
Yeah, you get $1,000.
and a punch in the head from the mechanic. To piss.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll get a punch in the head if it doesn't work, Dave.
There was something about the fee increase. Okay,
Yeah, from
Ray,
4,000 to 10,000 over 3 years.
6,000 by end of year, justified by
One,
immediate value, and then
then it goes to 8,000.
phase 2, year 2, we bump it up a little bit more. But supposedly our return on investment is so lucrative that we're going to be very happy to pay these fees.
Mm-hmm.
What if your gym? Oh my God, I mentioned Hyrox. What if your gym? What if your gym has only 500 square meters or less, and you can't maintain your membership to pay? Like you can't have more than 150 to 200 members. A lot of gyms will be way smaller than that. How are they going to pay massive affiliate fee growth? Is it all going to be coming from the merch and stuff? Like
Yeah, I'd say so. You're all just gonna
most,
you're gonna have a
of
shop
the
in here, Dave. It's gonna be like the top area that you've got where we have our general sit down. That's gonna be converted to a shop where you're selling clothes, supplements. What else are you gonna say? Oh, gym equipment. Be
okay.
selling kettlebells
So
in there.
the coaches do their brief and then they quickly run up to the cash register as members just say, no, okay, I don't need to do a warm up. I'm only doing the Peloton stream. I'm doing the Peloton track. Can I go and buy some supplements before I do this Peloton track? And then the
Yeah,
coaches go back down after they swipe their credit card.
yeah,
This is just nuts. This is not CrossFit. This is not. Oh yeah, escalate to $8,000, offset by proven benefits like revenue sharing from CrossFit branded products. We get a 10% kickback on sales. Oh, okay. I think I've seen enough. I think I've seen enough.
So,
Wow.
as I said, it's there's a lot of just stuff in there which is
Yeah.
not very backed up. And things like I don't know, Rain energy drinks. I don't know if that's a brand that we should be associated with.
No. LMNT was in the news the other day for like not I'm pretty sure I saw something about it, and because someone did a analysis of their contents, on the ingredients,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was all just random. It was not.
Oh,
It
really?
was just, yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Because
like
Tia is a big brand ambassador for them, for LMNT.
yep. They were definitely in the news not too long ago.
That's not
Um,
good. So, but
yeah,
this is where I think, like, this is where you've got to be careful and stay in your lane. Whereas this
yeah,
plan is all about we're going to take over the whole fitness industry and everything that's associated with it. And there'll be
yeah,
only CrossFit. So
yeah.
there won't be any other gyms anymore because everyone's going to do CrossFit. It's all going to be
Mm.
through this. We're going to take
They,
over everything.
they want to be. This guy wants to be in every lane in the fitness industry, and it's going to just make us absolutely terrible at the one thing that we're absolutely the best in the world at doing now. That is what we. That's our claim to
Mm.
fame, is that we are the best in the world at bringing out your best level of performance in
Yeah.
life, in the gym, mowing your bloody lawn, going to work, having a tough day at work, relationships with your friends and family. Like, we're the best in the world at doing that through training using this methodology. This completely destroys it. Just completely destroys it. And so CrossFit then just turns into custard, and no one wants to be a part of it. And then they sell off to another venture capitalist you know, for even less, as it just crashes
Potentially.
and burns. It crashes and burns again.
Mm.
So, like, surely Berkshire's, going to sell it for less than they bought it, because it's got less
Yeah.
value now, right? It's got less value now than when they bought it. So
Because
these
there's
guys
less
are going to
affiliates, right?
less affiliates, exactly. Less people doing CrossFit at affiliates, which is where we make our money, and these guys are going to destroy that even further. So um, eventually, CrossFit just disappears.
Well, the thing is, you won't necessarily like the affiliates. It'll be interesting to see if they try to put these things in play and they start to do these things, and let's say they're slightly successful and all that sort of thing. As long as you're not impacting on the existing clientele, you've almost got like, from a marketing perspective, you've got your cash cows. You've got your
Hmm.
die-hard CrossFitters that are going to continue doing CrossFit the way that they've done, and they're not going to change. So the question is what this stuff, is that going to bring you new audiences? And as long as that doesn't impact on your existing thing, then maybe it could work. But I think you've got different products here, is what I honestly think. From a analyst point of view, is you've got
Mm.
a lot of different products here, and what we already have is a product in itself, and should not be. You should not screw around with the things that make it what it is unique. And the other
Mm.
things you can probably look at.
Does that break some business law? Some fundamental principle of business, like, stay in your lane, focus on what you're good at, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it
Delegate
does.
this,
It really does.
dele-
Like it's
delegate this other stuff to other people.
Yeah, this is like, they talk about the shotgun approach in marketing, whereas like
Mm.
you hit when you fire a shotgun and the bullets go well, the shrapnel goes everywhere, because
Mm.
and you're actually not that effective,
Hmm.
versus with a rifle, it's targeted, it's exactly what you want to hit. So this is very much a no-no when you do marketing. Is you've just
Mm.
like, diversification is good, but this is kind of ridiculous. You shouldn't be. If you looked at every one of these points, every one of
Yeah.
these points probably has its own market and its own competitors. So now, instead of competing against like F45 and High Rocks and Anytime Fitness and those, now you're competing against all these apps that are already in the space. You're competing
Mm,
against those fitness industries. You're
mm,
competing against friggin' Rogue and all these other companies. Like, you have just increased the amount of competitors that you have across all these
mm.
different domains. And when you do that, CrossFit isn't even big enough. Like, how many people sit on the board of directors for CrossFit, the executive board? It's like 6 or 7, isn't it?
I don't know. I know Eric Rose is still there. He's on the board of directors, but he's not the CEO.
Yeah. So, but
Um,
point being, there's not that many, right? So when you start going, you don't have the management and the infrastructure to be able to support all of this. You could choose one or two of these things and focus on that, and that'll probably be a better outcome rather than let's just take over the fitness world.
they have got diverse content here. They've got some breath work. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Breath work. But you do that anyway. You don't need to do CrossFit to do breath work because there's already people that teach people to do breath work.
This is what I mean. You're dancing around other people's
Yeah. Like
spaces.
if
Like,
you want to do
don't.
basketball dribbling, go join a basketball team. They've got basketball dribbling circuits.
Yeah, yeah. What is this?
Like
All needs
with
beginners, no weights, classes using like push-ups, planks, burpees, and jumping jacks, breathwork sessions, stress relief, meditation. Yeah,
it's quite laughable.
I wouldn't be getting involved in low impact chair exercises. Cool.
Yeah,
Real
but
time
that's
leaderboards.
we the CrossFit methodology already teaches us that as coaches to regress for progression. Like
Mm,
we can very easily implement modifications to functional movements that allow people to slowly get better at a wider range of motion, higher speed, higher intensity, higher
hmm
loads, higher endurance. Like that's what we do now. This
Yeah.
is nothing. This is nothing new. The good things that are in here are things that we already do. Um, anyway, it's all just a bit mumbo jumbo. It's just more of the same. I think the 10 things were the main crux of the document, and now they're just sort of going into more nonsense. Messaging shift from forging elite fitness to stories of transformation for all ages, from playground to retirement. We're here for every step. No, we are forging elite fitness. We're forging your elite fitness. We're forging my elite fitness. We're forging my mum's elite fitness. Like that's what we do. That's powerful. There's nothing. That's like genius stroke.
And
You know when
all you could do is go forging elite fitness for the individual, and you've hit that mark that they're trying to hit, as opposed to throwing out the baby with the bathwater. And we'll go, oh, from playground to retirement. Like, that's what insurance companies do. It's called cradle to grave. So
mm,
can I get you from the time that you're born to the time that you die? Like, that's not what CrossFit is, in my opinion. So
so when Dallin Pepper wins the games next year, or James Sprague or Hopper, they're going to have on their T-shirt, or whenever this is, instead of forging
playground
elite
to
fitness,
retirement.
it's just laughable.
Mm,
It's
I
laughable.
don't. I don't know.
That's not going to make people want to join the gym.
Nope.
Like forging
Nope.
elite fitness is it's confident, it's powerful, it's contrary. Um, like it's giving the finger to the rest of the world. We are forging elite fitness. If you don't like it, come and test us out. Like
hmm
that's what is exclusive and great and
Yep.
intimidating about CrossFit. If you don't like it, if you don't believe it, throw your hat in the ring. Come and do a workout with us any night of the week. You'll be welcome. You don't even have to pay a drop-in fee. It's an intro class. Okay, if you think you can keep up, then awesome. You
Bring it.
you 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 will join. You will say, where do I sign? But if you realize that, hang on, these guys are bloody fit, and my Peloton style training doesn't do much at all, uh,
My
then that's it. Like, be proud of Forging Elite Fitness. I own that. Oh
Mm.
God, you
Well,
don't want to.
that's only
Yeah,
something that's relatively new anyway, isn't it?
no, that's from the day one.
Is
They
that
got
from day
rid of it for
one?
a while. They stopped leaning into it, but now they're leaning back into it. And now Deeves wants to switch it out from playground to retirement.
No, I don't like that.
That's crazy. Forging Elite Fitness. I think I've got my very first shirt that had Forging Elite Fitness on it. It's just, and it was like 3 sizes too big now, but I've still got it. It's just awesome.
Collaborate with Walmart Target for indoors.
In-store demos. What are they
Ford
going to
used
demo?
to.
What are they going to demo in there?
I'm going
They
to do
could demo
a muscle up. Going to do
picking up
muscle up in Walmart.
picking up the Target bags. That's I love more people doing CrossFit. Like if people think, oh shit, they'll let me pick up the groceries and carry them to my car. Um, that's that's great, but we're not dumbing down the methodology. We're
No,
just it's a relative scale. It's a relative scale for grandma. They're still
yeah,
doing CrossFit, and it's still going to be hard for them. Um, co-brand materials budget 5 million.
5 million.
3 to 5 year marketing plan. Okay. There's,
See. That's what he's trying to. That's what he's. So fitness is projected to reach 120 billion. So they're basically saying, can we have a little slice of that? That's what
the
he's trying to
fitness
get.
app market. Oh, right. So he's saying that's like Center. So Center's already in that
Yeah,
um
yeah.
in that space, and he just wants CrossFit to get a piece of it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See, so that's like our plan uses multi-channel strategy to market CrossFit Home to all demographics with classes. You see, this is the problem. Like, you cannot. This is a marketing no-no. You cannot market to everyone. It will
Mm,
not work because you need to be targeted. You need to understand your target market, and that's who you go after.
yeah. Whereas
Now, the other things could happen naturally, like you could actually hit more people than what you thought, but the process and the approach is that you have a target market.
yeah, try to cater to everyone, and then you cater for no one. That's
Hmm.
what I've heard. That's what I've heard being brandied around. Is
Yep.
that's what this looks like? You're trying to cater for everyone, and then no one really likes it.
You're a jack of all trades and master of none.
Yeah. Jane Fonda. She's going to bring in.
Is she still alive?
I don't know. Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda. God. Maybe there's a certain demographic that she will appeal to. I don't know. Oh, Anthony. I don't think I can see it do anymore.
No, I just yeah, a lot of
Um,
a lot of
I,
missing things in there.
yeah. 49 pages. I'll put the link. Let's put the link in the description when we upload the video.
Hmm.
Let's get rid of that and remove that.
Let's put
And
it in the
back on.
comments.
Holy dooly. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. A lot of it is nonsense. Um, but yeah, put any comments that you may have. Are we completely off the mark? Are we sort of appropriately concerned as CrossFitters, as affiliate owners, as members? I think we're appropriately concerned. I hope that. Remember, Rich is in the background. Rich and now what's his name, Kalipa.
Well,
They've joined.
that's the chances are, right? That you'll get a split occurring if people
A
are
big
not happy, right? They'll just
a
go,
big division. Yeah.
and potentially someone like Froning will step up and say, "Well, I'm going to do this. Come and join me," and could be something. So he could lead by um, elimination, process of
Yeah.
elimination. So,
Yeah.
which could be
Well,
whatever's going to happen is going to happen, right? So, but I think if you look at our CrossFit gym personally, it's not going to stop me going to it. You're not going
no.
to stop putting the coaches there. You're not going to. It may not have the brand name of CrossFit if they're going to screw it all up, but it'll still be the place that people go to for functional fitness and to go through everything
Is that a
else, right?
problem? Is that a problem not being universal under a brand, under a
Well,
like being part of a village, I suppose. Where it's a tribe, and the tribe is no longer has a name.
I
Does
don't
that
know. I
affect?
don't know. I mean, I think like I follow lots of different CrossFit gyms on Instagram, and basically I could continue to follow them even if they weren't under CrossFit because the concepts of the thing that makes them CrossFit is not the word CrossFit, it's the methodology that's applied to that, right? So if you watered that down, would I still follow those people? Yes. The question, like competitions, would be harder to organize, I think, because you wouldn't
Mm.
have those things being set up like regionals or semifinals or those types of events. But there's a lot of fitness events that are you know created
But
and set up.
if you think about the IF3 International Functional Fitness Federation, like no one really knows about that. It's like,
I've never heard about that, Dave. So, case in point, you're giving
well,
me a good example.
the IF3 is like CrossFit, but not CrossFit,
Right.
um, because they want to be able to take CrossFit to the Olympics and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
instead
Yeah.
of calling it CrossFit, they call it IF3.
Right.
And if we didn't even have that, you have to have something like you've got to have something that you umbrella that you are part of. Like that's human nature to be uh, tribal and be a pack.
Mm.
I don't know. It would be very very weird if Rich and Kalipa and this NC Fit Mayhem collaboration said, "Hey, we're going to make a new name. Come on board." Like, how many gyms are going to jump off the CrossFit, this next gen CrossFit, and then just join whatever they call them, Mayhem Fit or something? Wow, that would be crazy. That would be
It would be
absolutely
crazy,
crazy. Yeah.
but it won't stop a lot of people continuing to work out, continuing.
No, no, no. We'll be doing functional workouts till the day we die.
Correct.
Um, um, yeah.
So, and that's what I mean. Can this thing bring new audiences and attention to CrossFit without watering down what's already there? That to me is the fundamental question that has to be answered. Because the minute that you piss off the affiliates and they're not happy and the members are not happy, well, you've just broken
It's
the
almost
model.
like it's getting reborn again because if we're doing functional fitness every day, like like we're going to, regardless of anything, as long as there's a space to do it, and as long as there's good equipment and that community, we're going to keep coming, right? Um, but then the sport's gone. So if the
Mm,
sport's gone, um, you're back to like you're back to the birth of CrossFit. Like it's almost like it's Benjamin Buttonish. It's just now a few people, a few guys coming together to do functional training, and it just gets like reborn again. Like it's
Mm.
do you see my point there? Like it's
Yeah.
because there's no competition anymore. There's no CrossFit. There's no CrossFit Games. There's no Fittest on Earth.
It's not
It's
open.
just us. Yeah, there's no. We're just doing CrossFit,
Mm.
which is what it was like 20 years ago.
Mm.
Exactly like that at the ranch when Dave and Greg said, "Hey, dudes, just come to the ranch. There's like half a dozen people or 20 people." No, I think they actually had a lot of people, and they just put out this memo saying like 300 people rocked up,
And that was the
and,
beginnings.
and so they had really quick workouts, like they were 2-minute workouts,
Mm.
so that they could get on the street. Anyway, that's interesting.
It
We'll
is.
see if we can get some commentary on this. It's pretty topical, especially if this goes through. There's not too many people in the space talking about it yet. Keeping it real, barbell spin, Dence has done an update on it, and Amanda Harry has done it,
Savant's done an update.
and us.
Surely Savant.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Savant's touched it yet.
And what about Rich Froning? He must have said something.
Not yet. Not yet. Not like we've gone through tonight. How we've detailed this crazy thing. There's fleeting words have
Yeah.
been said out there, but yeah. All
All
right.
right, Dave.
All right, Anthony. Um, End
It's
of
time to
2025,
it's
last
time
show
to
for the
go and
year.
get a sponsored meal. So if we're getting
Yep,
this new world, we'd have to be sponsored by a meal of some
yep.
description.
Let's
Have
just
to have
put
a
up
chat
the
with
old.
Ribs and Burgers and see if they want to sponsor us.
Don't forget, if you want to help support the channel and let it grow, more people talking about this incredible sport, make sure you like it, subscribe, share it, pass it on to your other CrossFit members, and let us know as well if you've got someone interesting that you'd like us to bring onto the show and talk to.
Are we
It's a
going to
great
do a
story.
Are we going to do a show before New Year's? We're going to do it on the 31st,
I
Dave.
I don't think so. I don't think the 31st will work. That's New Year's Eve, um, and then the New Year's Day workout. But we will be back in 2026, I reckon, unless there's some
2026.
extenuating circumstance. We could
Unless
pre-record a show.
we could pre-record a show.
And
So
throw it up. Yeah.
because
We do. We
because we got to get Mr. Keeping It Real. He says he's going to come on, but
Grant from Keeping It Real said he was going to come on the show.
he has said, and so has Dante. So we got a jam packed year next year.
Yep.
We'll have CrossFit athletes. We'll have um, people in the media space. I think it's going to be a
Yep.
big year in terms of who we'll get to talk to next year.
Yep. All right.
So
Good night, everyone.
good
Signing out.
night. See you later. Have a great Christmas, everyone.